But I figure, why not sit in the hammock and vlog the end times together? Basically, the smoke from all of the different wildfires around the entire Bay Area, including I feel like there was some in Washington or Oregon or something too, and all of the smoke is so high up in the atmosphere. It's just hiding the sun and then diffusing the light to make it look like we have, like, the Mexico filter from Breaking Bad. Like that I'm living in the Mexico filter. Like, what the hell is this? I can't stop thinking about the farmers, like the migrant workers who are like picking the strawberries in the fields, and like what they're seeing, like that's so much more serious than me chilling in my hammock, like taking my, lunch break and thinking about like the deer and the birds and how like what the hell? They're gonna be like, what? I can't stop looking at it. I cannot stop. And it's just fucking scary. Like, honestly, it's just so scary. And what's crazy is it's not even as bad as it was in Oregon, where it was like literally bright red. But here, I feel like I'm on Mars, dude. And like, I'm not Elon Musk. I didn't want to go to Mars. What the fuck is this year? And I feel like it's gonna keep getting worse. And that is the most disconcerting feeling to have deep in your gut, is just like, okay, so we have pandemic, heat wave, wildfires. Like, we're forgetting about the election and how trash that's gonna be, because I'm pretty convinced that either Trump will win again, or Biden is going to win by such a small margin that Trump can basically claim that the election is illegitimate. I mean, he's already been planting the seeds. Him and Barr and all of their cronies have been out there being like, don't trust the mail. Mail voting is fraud. And it's just like the only way out of this feels like violence. It kind of seems, but maybe I'm just, I don't have the vision. I don't see what there is, because this is just like a thick cloud of smoke that's literally just choking us, choking out the sun. And I can't even imagine how many carbon like emissions are just making everything worse. And it's just like we have officially started that snowball rolling down the hill. And like the Arctic, I read that the Arctic is like all of the ice there is melting, and it's never gonna refreeze. And what's scary about that is that, like, how ice is white, and how white reflects sunlight, and how the ocean is not white? Well, if the ice melts, it's just replaced by water, which is like black. And you know what? The sun is just absorbed into that black ocean. Okay, it's not reflected anymore. We don't have protection against the sun. It feels so crazy to live through the end times. And then all of these like adults are telling me like, oh, it's been bad before. It's totally fine. Like, we lived through some crazy shit. We always thought the world was ending. And I'm like, I don't know, man. This is like the third recession in my lifetime, and like the second since I've been like a cognizant human being. One of my earliest memories is 2 planes crashing into some buildings because American foreign policy pissed off a lot of people so much that they were just like, fuck America, let's kill innocent people, it doesn't matter. I'm just pretty scared, because it feels like nobody is really, it feels like, and I know that I'm probably wrong, but it feels like nobody is taking this seriously. And it feels like we've all just sort of given up as a society. We all just go, like, just the way that people are talking about the election, like I was talking about before, like, basically the media is just like sort of aware that Trump doesn't want to leave office, and kind of putting the floaters out there, asking him like, are you gonna leave office? Like asking him point blank, and then him being like, well, you know, we'll see if the like results are legitimate. And that's just not like not a helpful question to ask. Like, why are you normalizing the concept of, you know, unconstitutional behavior? Like, why are you making that seem normal and preparing us for it? And that's what I hear, you know, like the rise of fascism is like the Nazis, Hitler, they said what they were gonna do before they did it, and everyone's just like, nah, it can't be real. And they just didn't take it seriously, and then all of a sudden there it was. But it wasn't all of a sudden, and it's never all of a sudden, and we just kind of think like that because it's hard to like think of it all happening so slowly. And how the hell are we going to intervene if we're just like, there has to come a time, there has to be a tipping point? We've had a million tipping points, okay? Like, it's tipping point after tipping point. We need to do something. And I feel powerless, but I don't want to be powerless. I mean, the most I'm able to do, it feels, is like send money to organizations that are doing the hard work. But it's like, doesn't feel like enough. It doesn't feel like enough because I'm literally sitting in a yellow filter that the smoke from climate change is putting over the earth where I live. It's not enough to just be like, okay, let's vote. All right, because then we're just ignoring the reality that, like, I mean, are we going to talk about it? Are we going to talk about the fact that Joe Biden is not going to do shit? Like, yeah, he's better than Trump because Trump is a literal fascist, and Joe Biden actually cares about human beings and doesn't want them to die. But, like, Joe Biden, he winks with everything he says. Like, yeah, like, I care about the environment. Wink, wink, just so you know, oil companies, y'all are good. You know, that's kind of like the whole vibe of Joe Biden. And I get it. Like, I get that these old people are just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm living a fine retirement. Nothing can possibly be that bad because humans, like, humans without anxiety, that is, don't really have the ability to think of things being that bad. But, like, dude, it's that bad. Like, it's that bad. And I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. I feel a little bit sick to my stomach, and of course, like, my throat is also scratchy from the smoke that's in the air, and I feel like we're living it before the rest of America. And, you know, California isn't really taken seriously in the rest of America either, because it's like, oh, you coastal elites. Guys, I just want healthcare. Like, I don't know what the fuck is your problem, but I just want to, like, be able to, you know, if I'm having a heart attack, go to the hospital, and basically that's it. Like, I want to be able to go to the hospital and get the necessary treatment. I don't want to be, like, thinking, ooh, I should drive myself to the hospital while I'm having a heart attack to avoid ambulance bills, and, like, I should deny every test that they give me, or, like, I'm not going to go at all and I'm just going to risk dying in my apartment because, like, I just want healthcare, okay? Like, what the hell? I want healthcare, and I want the planet to be recovering. Okay, I actually want a lot more than that. Like, I won't lie to you. I want racial equity. I want accessible education. I want justice. Okay, I do. I want justice. I want people to start treating each other better. I want people to be empathetic towards their neighbors. Like, I feel completely disconnected from my neighbors. Like, they literally live right there. Never talk to them. Not once. That's weird. And I don't think it's uncommon, okay? But this is the society we live in now. It's like, you're just nervous about strangers. And the pandemic's making it even worse. It's like, oh, strangers are the problem because they're the ones carrying the disease and gonna make you sick, make you die. You know? Strangers don't wear masks. It's just like, it's so fucking toxic. And then it's quite literally just like, does this look healthy? Does this look like it's healthy for me to be breathing? No? Okay. So. And I don't know where to leave it, you know? Like, what's next? What do? I guess I can donate money? You know, should I quit my job? Should I go back to school to like figure out how to make carbon recapture more, you know, economically feasible? And then that enters into the question of like, scientists don't make very much money, and like we don't put the funding towards that stuff as much as we do for like things that are military grade weapons, things like that. So it's kind of like knowing that I would have to leave my, you know, high paying job that, you know, makes capitalists a lot more money, or do I go and do something that is actually meaningful, like become an environmental scientist, or, you know, become a teacher, or anything. Like basically everything that matters makes less money than I do. And I don't know, man. I'm scared. I am scared to die, and I'm scared of my friends and my family dying. I am scared for all of the people out there who are suffering from the pandemic more acutely than me, the people who have lost loved ones because our, you know, federal policy is completely negligent. And I'm sad for all of the neglected people out there, you know, and I'm sad because it's like, it feels like there's nothing, you know, there's nothing to live for. I'm trying not to cry. It's fine. It feels like there's nothing to live for, and I don't love that, you know. I can't have children. Look what I'd be subjecting them to. The world will be red. The world will be a completely different color. Like, they won't be able to breathe. I can't subject anyone to that, you know? So what's the best thing that I can look forward to? It feels like there is nothing right now. But I care. I 100% care. I want so badly to return to the beautiful earth that I knew as a kid, with so many bugs. I don't even like bugs, but God, do I miss the bugs. I miss the bugs, I miss the birds, I miss all of the species that have disappeared. I miss the weather that we used to get. I mean, to be fair, I don't live where I lived growing up, but, you know, even then, like, my family still lives there, and I get the weather reports, and it's just like, there's no snow on Christmas usually. It's not normal, you know? And the people who are in power, they don't care. They just don't care, because they're over here building rocket ships to make sure that they can leave. You know, them and their loved ones can get out after they've already pillaged the earth for everything that it has. They can leave. Yeah, so I wish that I could be happier and have a happier message. But this is unfortunately what's been on my mind. And I'm hoping that maybe it can, you know, validate somebody else by hearing this. That, like, you're not the only one who's feeling this way. I'm hoping maybe we can band together and we can really make a difference. You know, we're going to have to take risks. We're going to have to do things that make us uncomfortable, because at this point, the status quo is obviously not working. And I would love to hear anyone else's thoughts on how, like, what I can actually do to do that. I mean, I'll keep donating money. I'm planning to vote. I'm still going to vote for Joe Biden. I'm going to vote blue down the ticket, pretty much. Vote as progressive as possible. But beyond that, like, let me know. I don't really pray, but, you know, there's really no better way of saying, like, I care about you than I'm praying for you. Like, I'm sending positive vibes out there. I really hope you and your family are okay.